By the
Hi,
way,
everybody. I'm
Lulu's.
Mel Doerr, the Aloha shirt psychic, and I got Miss Linda G in the house. Hi, Linda.
Hi, everybody. I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for your love letters. Lulu is doing fabulous. She's more alert, more happy. She must have been miserable. By the way, they took out two teeth. The one was bad, and she noticed the other tooth behind it was cracked, and it had pulp and it had um, pus and blood.
Ouch.
So they pulled two teeth total. But they don't leave a gaping hole like they do with humans. They do something where they suture it up.
Well, they suture it really well. Well, how about the other
The
part?
problem is
How,
they can't play with the BALL, and it's killing them. They stare at me all the time, like, what the hell's wrong with you, lady? Where is it? Where is it?
oh. Did they ever find the problem from the other end? She was like
That's
eliminating.
what's so weird. So she had me take, I brought a sample. That dog went that morning. So I had a nice sample. She says, I'm not really worried about this. It's something upper bowel. And she said, Liz, put her on some probiotics. So I paid $57 for this box of probiotics. And that dog's, she had one bloody stool.
I'd still keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I will. But anyway, she's happy. She's more, and they're both on diets. So to top it off, eat too, mommy, eat too. I mean, I've put her through the surgery, and now she's can't have her. You know what? And they're on diets, and they're looking at me like I'm cray. I'm
Yeah,
very, very
we
cold.
have to spell around Lucky too, because if you say walk, she's like, our
Yeah,
cars, like all over it.
yeah.
Um, and you've got some good news coming out.
Yes, but Tana and I worked last night, and we got the last of the things that we did for the book, and it's it's actually going to be published probably according to Tana by the end of the week of this week, and it'll be available on Amazon.
Yay. Um,
I finally finished though. Now I got to do my taxes.
I want an autographed copy.
I know. I'm going to give you an autographed
And
copy.
you can put biatch on there. How's that?
Biash. I always call him girl. Girl.
I don't care.
To my sister from another mother.
There you go, sweetie. And we've got a Chicago seminar coming up end of September. So
Yeah.
we'll
So
announce.
I'll bring some books there too.
Yeah, bring them. Yeah. I'll be on the street corner saying, buy this book or you'll get a curse.
Yeah. No. I listen. If they're supposed to sell, they'll sell.
They'll sell. I got a funny feeling.
I'm happy
I'll put a
because
bunch of them.
I got it out. They bugged me about that book. I'm just happy I got it done.
I'll put a bunch of them in my office and sell them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, are we ready? I got some
Yes.
questions. Oh, you got something after this, right?
Yeah, I have to be the show Beacons of Balance that
cool.
Arlene called. We want you as a guest on the show.
I'll do it.
We have a guest that was real sick when we were supposed to have her. So now we get to talk to her today. So I do have to leave at least 6 minutes before the end of the hour.
Okay, so Judy D says,
Hi, Judy.
hi, Judy. Hello, handsome Mel and beautiful Linda. Will Tammy Baldwin win her seat in the state of Wisconsin Senate race against incumbent Eric Hovde, I think? I see a Democrat winning this seat. What do you think?
I do too.
Okay, good. Baby Blue says, will DeJoy interfere with the 2024 election by not processing mail-in ballots? If so, will the scheme be found out and rectified?
I see it'll be, it's actually, oh my God, what an idiot.
Yeah, right.
It's actually going to be something that he has to deal with right away. He can't do it, is what I heard.
No,
he can't even try to do it.
They're too much on top of it. He won't.
Yeah.
There's some questions out there, and I heard it on MSNBC. Who was the guy that beat DeSantos, and he hasn't been seated yet? So the question is, will he be seated in the House when they get back? I don't know if they set the date for it, but the other thing I heard is that after the election, it's up to Johnson to decide whether or not, if the Democrats take back over the House, if he's going to seat them or not, or vote to get them seated. And if he doesn't, it can cause a constitutional crisis. When I heard them talking about that, my light bulb went on. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's something they're planning, but I see it thwarted. What do you think?
Yeah, and I don't see Johnson in there.
I don't either, but I know what's up their sleeve.
The other thing, and this is some good news, there's so many Democrats that are going to win
Yes,
that it's like too much. They can't act like, well, we're only off by a few. There's a bunch, so they're not going to be able to do that.
they're going to have to, because otherwise it could be that the House could take over everything, and it's not pretty.
They're
And
not going to do.
that's what they're planning, but it won't work.
Yeah.
So everybody ease your mind. Okay. Um, let's see. I don't get this one. I don't understand that one. Okay, this is a good one. David Gretsch says, when are the young people going to get their power and make a difference in the process? Bless you both. And I hope you know how much I sincerely all appreciate all the times you've lifted us up. Oh, thank you, David. That's very nice. I don't think the young people ever lost their power. I think they're really regaining their power a lot.
I know when we have this particular march, now listen, they are mad at Biden because of Israel.
But that's,
But Netanyahu's going to do something so stupid, which he's already planning, that I see Biden having to turn his head.
well, there's a lot that can happen between now and November. And by then, this can be old news with Netanyahu and the whole, it's terrible what's going on, don't get me wrong. But if they don't vote for Biden, and if they don't vote, that's a vote for Trump. So I see a lot of young people coming out in droves to vote for Biden. That's what I see.
Yeah.
They're talking about Biden's popularity is down. I'm not even worried about that.
I don't care. I just know he's going to win. Obama was down too. Oh, Mitt Romney thought for sure he was going to beat him on the second term. He was shocked when he lost.
I know. Okay. So here's the question. Will the Democrat who won George Santos's House seat be joining the House as soon as they reconvene? Now, somebody said Susie will be sworn in February the 28th, but I think that there's a plan to keep, if the Democrats take over the House, I think there's a plan to keep from swearing them in. I really do. But
oh, I wouldn't doubt that they tried that, but it's not going to work.
Good. Okay. Personal questions are some in here, but I'll touch on this one, but today we're just doing political. It says, hello, Auntie Mel and Lady Linda. Ooh, you go, Lady Linda.
Thanks for calling me a lady.
Yeah. I've been called a lot of things. All right. I would like to know if my adopted son, Kevin, is okay. I did not see him for 3 years. Thank you so much. I'm feeling he's alive and well. I see dark clouds around his head area, which could be a little depression or funk, but I see contact made within the next 3 or 4 months. Could be weeks even. What do you think?
I see the same thing, but I think it might be next year, 25.
Okay, well, your timing is better than mine.
He feels very angry about something.
Yeah, that's what I feel too. Could be March or April of next year. Maybe that's a 3 or 4 I'm feeling.
Yeah.
All right. Jitterbug Tutu. I always love that name.
Jitterbug.
Jitterbug. Okay. Will Jordan and Comer be investigated and indicted for continuing to prop Russian lies against Biden now that their star witness Smirnov has been arrested? Thank you for all these.
And they're getting poor Hunter Biden in today.
Yes.
Behind closed doors. Yeah, it's just much ado about nothing. By the way, don't forget what I said. When Trump is found guilty of the January 6th, that's when they're going to pull Jim Jordan, Marjorie Taylor Greene, all of them for conspiracy.
Well, they didn't want the Hunter Biden thing to go public because they were afraid of the fallout from the press. But I got news for you. It's going to be leaked to the press. And so it's going to be huge.
I love it.
It's not going to be Hunter who leaks it. So I see Jordan and Comer absolutely investigated. They're still trying to push that whole narrative against Joe Biden and Hunter, even though they know that Smirnov gave false information. And
by the way, he had to go back to court and he's in jail now. They
because
decided
he was trying to flee the country.
They did they find him trying to flee? Because they were worried he might try to flee.
They arrested him in an airport, I think, trying to get on an international flight in Nevada or something.
I never heard that. Interesting.
That's where he was arrested.
For the second time.
second time.
Wow.
First time.
Gee, would have thought it would have been all over the news.
But I know he was rearrested. I think it was at an airport or something, but I read that on the news, so maybe I misread, but I don't think so. Okay. Well, this one, this one I gotta skip. Okay, this is good. Another one from Jitterbug. Hello, Auntie Mel and beautiful Linda. You got that part right.
Good taste, good taste.
Got excellent taste. Will the undermining and preventing of Voting Rights Act be a national standard? Brad Raffensperger of Georgia and Republicans in Georgia are rallying behind it. You both are awesome. Love your shows. I don't think it's going to be a national standard. They're going to try, but I don't.
Oh, they'll try, but listen, they're losing their voice slowly but surely.
Good.
Slowly but surely, all these people are gonna just be flying to the side.
CJ Chand, this is a really good one. Hi, Mel and Linda. Will the Poor People's Campaign be successful working to get all nationalities at or below the poverty line informed and registered to vote and voting in November? And I hear the answer is yes.
I hear yes too.
Yeah, a lot of people that are below the
Beautiful.
poverty line are going to be voting. So,
Yeah,
and I think it'll be the women that help to elect Biden as well.
I do too, and the young kids.
Okay.
Well, I know Israel is a big part in Palestine, but that people not having rights. Alabama saying IVF is no longer it's like they're screwing with women, so no.
Oh yeah, they're saying that now that the embryos are humans or human life or something. And so you know what's going to happen in Alabama? Women just won't go through IVF, they'll just go to another state.
The other thing is, these guys are so hell-bent on what you can and can't do as a woman, including don't want you on birth control.
Oh, I know. That's going to be next. And it's just getting out.
It's like, get the hell out of it. They're just like Russia. They'll take a little piece of the country and then they want the whole thing.
Well, that's what they were doing when they started chiseling away at Roe v. Wade. And we both predicted all this other stuff would follow suit. And you're right, they're chiseling away at it, but at some point, their chisel will
be done with it.
Yeah, their chisel will be broken. I think they're going to try to start with birth control, and it's not going to fly.
No.
Okay. Hi, Mel and Linda. Former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, Republican, has decided to run for U.S. Senate. Will a Democrat beat him? There are a few Dems running. I think the Democrat challenger will be Representative David Trone. So the question.
Okay, Larry Hogan, he's a Republican?
Yeah, he was a former Maryland governor. But I see a Democrat beating him.
Let me just double check. Will Larry Hogan win as senator? Yes or no?
He's a Republican.
Will Larry Hogan win as senator? There's quite the battle here. No.
I don't see it. I think Maryland will stay blue, very blue.
I do too.
Okay, Art on Wings. This is a different question, but it's a good one, I think. I'm nervous that Putin and Trump and Netanyahu may be getting insights from psychics on YouTube and elsewhere to change their outcomes. Do they listen to the YouTube shows? I doubt it. I don't think they're getting psychic.
Who changes who?
Art on Wings says, I'm nervous that Putin and Trump and Netanyahu may be getting insights from psychics on YouTube and elsewhere to change their outcomes. In other words, what they're thinking. Do they listen to what the psychics have to say?
People around them may listen.
Yeah, but
one time YouTube shows the countries that listen to you.
I know, but I don't think
I had China really listening to me.
Yeah, but I don't think that those leaders like Putin, Trump, and Netanyahu, I don't think they do.
Yeah, because you can get psychics that say, oh, Trump's going to win and everything's red.
Right. Okay, user says, hello, Mel and Linda. Will Trump win over the African-American voters? And I say the answer is resoundingly no, he will not.
Yeah. Oh, no, but he's got them shoes, you know, he got the shoes and he's got a mugshot so blacks can relate to him now.
Old shoes. He's not going to win over the African-American votes, nor the Hispanic vote, nor the young people.
Some he will, but yeah.
Well,
not
maybe a handful. But when, you know, there's always a few, but not like in mass, no.
No.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. We've read on this one before, but I'll ask it. Kathy Rollins says, hello, Mel and Linda. Will the Supreme Court finally decide that former President Trump, and for that matter, any other president, have immunity from executive immunity from any prosecution? They're going to say that Trump is not immune from prosecution.
I saw that, it's clear. That might come up this week.
Well, the Supreme Court is hearing stuff about media restrictions that's GOP backed, and SCOTUS is hearing that, but I guess the GOP wants the Republicans, some of them, the MAGAs, want to say what can be put on social media and what cannot be. And I don't think that the Supreme Court is going to allow, they're going to rule against the
Right.
GOP on that one. So,
Although there's people there saying he should be immune, but there's fights going on right now.
right. Trump is not going to be immune. I mean, Trump is not going to be immune from prosecution. They're going to say, no, he can be prosecuted. But, and I also think that as I said, the Supreme Court will also rule that the media restrictions like that they're trying to place in Florida and Texas, that it's unconstitutional. They can't do it. So
Right.
that's how I see it.
Yeah, that's how I see it too.
Okay. Elaine Jordanson says, oh, this is a good one. I never even thought of this, actually.
What?
Can the government seize Trump's GoFundMe money?
I feel that they're watching it like a hawk. And I see them being able to, I see the IRS hitting it up right away. And so apparently, I thought they closed it down. I thought they said it had to be closed down. But I'm going to tell you, I see some challenges to even having that thing, but I'm almost seeing the government taking it away right away for his for the things he did to other people, you know, his other 580 something thousand million dollars for what's her name too.
I'm not a lawyer, but I'm thinking if that's income, then the answer is they could probably say that's an asset and have them use it, you know, to pay off some of these things here.
Or put a hold on it. That's what I'm feeling.
Well, Trump appealed the $454 million judgment.
Which is actually more than that. Yeah.
I know that, but he appealed 454 million. But I don't see him winning the appeal. Do you?
I don't either.
Oh, good. I'm taking perverse pleasure in see him having to.
He's
like,
so
oh,
desperate. Yeah.
he's saying it'll take away all of his cash assets. And I'm thinking, okay, but what difference does that make? You defrauded the state. So
Yeah.
and I see him criminally
But
responsible.
he's so pissed off. It's like everybody does it.
Oh, but you know what? Once he finds out that he's run out of, that he hits dead ends, then he changes it to something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still think he might open his mouth about Carol again. And if he does, she's going to sue him again.
Oh, she will too. They're just waiting.
They're waiting.
Just waiting.
Okay.
I heard TikTok.
Yes.
That's what I heard.
You know, finally he stops when he hits a dead end. So,
yeah.
You know, it's just Trump. It's just like Trump. Take it to the courts, take it to the courts. But I see that he's not going to win any appeals and he's going to have to pay that money.
I love it. I love it, my
And
friend.
I see him held criminally, indicted criminally in New York for the fraud as well. So,
right.
All right. Michelle Grand says, aloha, Linda and Mel. I'm seeing videos of Bannon and this guy named Jack Posobiec, or however you say his name, at a CPAC pledging end of democracy. I saw that. That was frightening. Is the Department of Justice and the FBI paying attention? And will they do something? FBI was warned of January 6th. Now it looks like these people that want an end to democracy want another uprising. So I guess the question is the DOJ and the FBI paying attention? Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are paying attention. Let me tell you something. I don't see a January 6th type thing happening again. I don't see people taking up their own lives and their family to go to jail. Because it's already showing every time he goes to an event, you need to stand up, you need to fight for me. He doesn't get big audiences with that. What about that big trucker thing that was supposed to go to the border? Whatever happened with that?
Right. You know, the CPAC, it means Conservative Political Action Group or Action Committee. I mean, if any other PAC, Political Action Committee, said that they wanted an end to democracy, oh goodness, they will get nailed to a cross. But yet they let these supposed ultra conservatives like Bannon get away with this crap. Of course, it's a freedom of speech, but calling for an end to democracy, that's—
They want to blow it up. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, they do. I mean, I still see violence, but not like January the 6th.
Not like January 6th.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Dakota Celt. That's another name I like. Dakota Celt.
I like Dakota.
Hello, Auntie Mel and lovely Linda. With the Brexit mess in the UK, will Northern Ireland and Scotland part ways with the UK, with the United Kingdom?
That will definitely happen, but I'm not quite sure when.
I know
But
that
that will definitely happen.
I think at some point Scotland will.
For sure, Scotland will.
But it's gonna, I don't think it's when Charles is king. It might be under William.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. By the way, I've never seen Charles as king that long.
No, I see him because of his illness.
I think that's pretty
Oh,
serious.
listen, breaking news. The Manhattan DA is seeking a gag order against Trump ahead of the criminal trial. Hush money case. I love it.
For what case? I'm sorry?
The hush money case.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
I know that New York is doing criminal for the hush money, but they're also going to file charges against him for the fraud, for the civil case that he just lost. Because that was a civil case, that wasn't a criminal case.
Oh, they're gonna go back and do criminal?
It was yes. The 454 million that he has to pay out because of the fraud, that was a civil case. But I see that they're going to turn it over to the New York Attorney General.
Isn't that Letitia James?
I don't know, but I still see that they're going to file criminal charges.
What I see is the IRS.
Well, that's federal.
I see the IRS filing criminal charges.
I think the state of New York will.
Okay.
And then that could go into federal because it's bank fraud. So,
Yeah.
but I think New York will want to keep it inside of New York because then the federal government has no jurisdiction over that. If he's convicted, he can't be pardoned by anybody.
Can I throw a question in here real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think? Is Johnson going to allow us to go into a stalemate and with the budget?
Oh, I had that written in my notes. You know what I pick up? I think they'll keep extending it. Well, just like they did the last time. Well, we'll meet again on it in June or whenever, and they'll just keep pushing it off. That's what I pick up. What do you think?
I've often seen them screwing up and allowing a standstill. Look at this.
Oh, well, if they do, it's just more nails in the—
I think he works. I think Johnson's going to do like McCarthy and maybe even work with Biden to where he gets kicked out.
That's what I see.
Look at the tower. I'm telling you, we're looking at some stuff happening. I think he might allow it to go because I see Trump had him over at Mar-a-Lago and probably told him, I don't want you doing a budget. And then he's trying to hold on, but I see so much pressure that he might have to agree to something. And then that's when all kinds of chaos happens.
Well, who's running the House? Trump is.
Trump is.
But I agree that I see it's going to be a you-know-what show. It starts with an S.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought they just keep playing around with it and extending it. But if they shut it down, it's gonna be really bad.
Okay, okay,
That will swing the election totally to Biden. There's no way they can spin that. They can try, but it won't work.
okay.
But you know what? The worst part is Trump doesn't care. He doesn't care if the country doesn't get the budget if they default. I don't think Johnson does either right now, or the MAGAs don't, but
Yeah.
they'll be the first to complain when they don't get their Social Security checks.
Oh, I know. And Texas wants to succeed from the United States. Let them go. Okay, there you go.
Well,
No
that's
tax.
illegal. That is treason.
Right. Yeah. But they're talking it. They're talking it right now.
Well, let them try
You
it.
know who's in trouble? That AG from Texas. I see big trouble for him.
Well,
Just
Paxton,
like I seen Pepe Le Pew go down. Remember Pepe Le Pew with the NRA?
that's
For
right.
years, I was saying that guy's going down.
I see Paxton in Texas going down. That's the Attorney General. But I want to tell you something. If any state says they're going to secede, that's against federal law. And that
Oh, I
is
know.
clearly treason or whatever. And I think at that juncture, then whoever is president, well, if it was Trump, nothing would happen, but they might have to send in troops to say, oh no. And I'm not a lawyer, but I think that would be grounds to have Abbott arrested.
Yes.
He wants
But
to,
did you see what DeSatan was doing? They want any trans person to have a special driver's license identifying them as trans.
that's horrible. That's almost like having before Nazi Germany and during Nazi Germany have to wear, if you were gay, you
Yeah,
have to wear a pink triangle upside down.
that's just what they're
horrible.
trying to accomplish.
Well, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, they'll take it to the Supreme Court and they'll stop it.
people are leaving Florida en masse because of the thing that he passed for insurance down there. That, insurance companies only have to pay out X amount for hurricanes, and their premiums cost more than what the insurance companies are going to pay out. So people are
Yeah.
leaving en masse.
Yeah.
That was a good question to know about I had it in my notes. That was a good question.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Lone Phantom is asking, hey, Mel and Linda, you two are always a dynamic duo. Thank you. Okay, here's a good, was the recent cellular service outage?
Oh, yeah, AT&T.
Yeah, but it was caused by some sort of cyber attack. I don't think so.
No, it was some software thing.
I
And listen, my AT&T, ever since that last storm, I only have one bar. Fortunately, I have good Wi-Fi, but what happened is one of the towers fell and they still haven't replaced it.
I was going to work one day. I was trying to make a call and it says you have no cell phone coverage. I'm like, well, I know.
You have AT&T?
Yeah, and I know I paid the bill. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was
Was
out
that when the shutdown happened?
Yeah, I was out for like
that's
pretty much the whole day.
Yeah.
I'll bet if people start, like, what I see are class action suits, because I don't think that they're going to adjust anybody's bill for the amount of time that
They're going to give $5 credit.
No, wrong. I see they're going to have to give more than that.
I see a big lawsuit. They're going to get
So do
more.
I. And you know what? The people that file a lawsuit are going to win.
Yeah,
So you might get $3 in the class action suits.
exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, okay. Dakota Kelp, this is another question. The question is based on a comment from Taylor Broby, the author of Boys and Oil, and he references the red states as an ideal place to test bad ideas. Well, that's pretty good.
I believe it, absolutely.
But she's asking, will North Dakota and other red states continue to be a testing ground for bad ideas, or will they come around to their senses?
They'll come around to their senses.
Well,
might be a few years, but they'll come around.
As long as you have governors like DeSantis and Abbott, they're going to try to continue this kind of stuff. But
exactly.
Okay. Sylvia Munoz asks, hi, Sylvia. She goes, how will Hunter Biden perform in the oversight committee?
Really good.
So do I. They're going to be like,
I feel like his attorneys are on this.
oh, their heads are going to be like, not Hunter Biden, but those MAGAs. I still see it leaked out. they didn't want it public, like I said earlier, because they
But
knew.
it'll all be leaked out.
Oh, it's gonna be, and they're gonna look horrible.
They're gonna look awful. And
Oh.
then did you see Jim Jordan said, even though that guy was arrested for giving false, he really wasn't the prime person in the case. Yeah, he was. This
Ding,
was the
ding, ding,
smoking gun. This is what Fox News was flagging to everybody.
ding, ding, ding. You know what that is? That's my BS bill going off.
And Fox News better be careful because they were running with that fake news.
They're gonna get sued a lot more for stuff like that. And they're gonna lose, by the way.
I love it. I love it.
So, and she also asked, because of the fallout from the FBI informant Alexander Smirnov, will some of them be investigated and prosecuted? The answer is yes. Because you know what I'm picking up? My light bulb just went on. I think a few of them might have had knowledge that that information Smirnov gave was false. And they went ahead and moved.
Oh, I'm sure they did. That's who they are. Absolutely.
And that's going to come
Absolutely.
out. That's going to come out. And that's what's going to get them locked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Mercury Angel, this is nice. So she had a reading, says, I enjoyed chatting with you a few days ago. Thank you for giving me comfort. I'd like to know if Prince William and Harry will reconcile after finding out about their father's cancer diagnosis. She said it takes a strong leader to show the world that amendments can be made even through the worst times. And I adore Linda too, she says.
Oh,
I see them reconciling at some point. I do.
not for years though.
It's going to take a while.
As long as he's still with Meghan. He can't stand Meghan. It's not his brother. He can't stand Meghan. He's blaming Meghan for everything.
Yeah, but it's not her fault.
No, but that's
Okay.
what I see.
Somebody's asking, it says, all I got is RP on here. When will moving the clock back and forth be stopped? I don't know, but when it is, I want to say hallelujah.
And now we're getting ready to spring forward.
Right. You know, Hawaii doesn't move their clocks.
Mm.
And I don't think St. Croix does either. And there are some other states that don't.
Oh, wow.
So, okay. Okay. All right. That's a long.
Hold on. I got to close my door.
All right. I'll just wait till you get back. How's that?
I don't know if you can hear it. It's the blower.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. KLE Banov says, Latin American countries are starting to fight the gang violence and terrorism, something El Salvador tactic. Okay. Do you see President Biden and NATO providing military aid to end the violence because of the gang violence and terrorist groups in Latin America? I do see United States giving monetary support, yes. But as far as
it's so corrupt, even when they give support, like to the government takes the money and doesn't use it for what they're supposed to do.
I agree. Here's a good one. Tracy says, why are there so many mediums that believe conspiracy theories and that Trump is a savior? I myself know several, and they are legitimate mediums, which is so confusing to me. I know spirit isn't political and only wants the best for humankind, but why don't their guides enlighten them as to who Trump and his followers really are? Well, we might be mediums, but we all can have free choice.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we can still be brainwashed and drink the Kool-Aid. So
yeah. You know, it's funny. I don't see anybody talking about Trump, but anybody that does, I block them.
Exactly. I don't either, but I just would answer, we all have free choice, I suppose.
Right, right.
Ethereal material. Oh, I like that. Okay. My favorite power couple, Linda and Mel. Yay. Ooh. You go, ethereal material. Okay. What is the deal with 3 days of darkness that people are talking about? It's supposed to happen in March. Does it have to do with the eclipse? I don't see 3 days of darkness.
Not this March.
I don't see it at all, actually, but.
Well, we may have it a couple of years from now. Could be a volcanic eruption that kind of blocks out the sun for a while.
Yeah, but it wasn't for the whole world. It might make things cooler. It might cool, you know, it might
Yeah,
with global warming to bring it down a little bit. I mean,
yeah.
it's going to be
It's
70.
gonna be a hot spring and summer,
It's
by
going
the
to be
way.
70 degrees here tomorrow. That's
And we're gonna
unheard
have
of.
horrible, hurricanes. Please, I don't want people to be frightened, but just be on the lookout. Horrible hurricanes and tornadoes.
I'm seeing tornadoes for the Chicago
I'm even
area.
seeing tornadoes in places you don't normally see tornadoes.
Well, this time of year for us to have a tornado is unheard of, but I do see tornadoes here. So I'm taking stuff to my basement.
That's what, this is what my guides had told me, that sometimes these unprecedented natural disasters bring humans together.
It does.
So I
I'm,
even see something happening in China that's pretty significant.
I just picked up a major earthquake when you said that, or flood.
In California?
No, China. You said China.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I see even the president asking China if they need any help.
I will pray that I'm wrong about tornadoes here, but I picked up on it when I heard the temperature tomorrow, then it's going to get cold. It hit me like that. So
Yeah, that's tornado weather.
yeah, it's frightening.
Make sure you
Okay.
got food and your stuff all set up. Make
Well,
sure you got your cocktail table down in the basement.
well, the problem
If I
is
was out there, you and I'd be pushing that little cocktail cart.
I'd be having a cocktail cart like lemonade stand on the corner. The problem is my townhouse is all electric, the stove, the heat, everything.
Yeah,
So if the electric goes
that's why
out,
I'm so glad I have a generator. I saw the lightning hit something. It blew up light in my face, and then everything went off.
do you have a gas stove or electric?
I have gas. I love gas
See,
because I have a gas water heater. So before I had a generator, we were able to have a hot bath, and we were able to cook something on the stove.
well, this whole place is wired for electric. So I
Yeah,
don't,
most places are electric.
my stove is electric, but we have a gas grill outside. So
But when the power went out, it was pitch black, boom. And I counted 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, boom. All the lights were back on thanks to that generator.
wow.
I'll tell you, it was the best thing I ever bought,
Maybe I should get
was that generator.
Let's see if they have one. I'll go to Home Depot and see if they have.
I'm telling, well, you got to have someone, because it's got to be, I don't know, you can have propane too. You don't have to have gas. But let me tell you, that one was 15 G's.
Oh, wow.
But don't go through Generac. Don't call them and ask, because I had somebody come out and quote me $30,000. And I said, nah, not now. And then I thought maybe I'd get solar, right? And then some guy came out for solar. And I said, that was running even higher than 30. And I said, geez. I said, you know what I really wanted was the Generac. He said, oh, we do Generac too. I said, you do? I said, well, that's like 30, right? He said, no, it's about 15. If you want the full Monte here, to have your whole house done, it's about 15,000. I said, sold.
Well,
Sold.
the thing
To the
is,
chunky woman in the corner.
if push comes to shove, we don't have any electricity here. We can go to my office. Now, if the electricity is out there, we're screwed. But I guess if push comes to shove, we'll go to Extended Stay America or something. I don't know,
Yeah, have you had your power out for any length of time?
Our furnace, our furnace is on a different circuit. It's 220. But one time the electric line coming into the house, when they were installing sidewalks, they accidentally nicked it. It happened 3 times. And it was in the dead of winter and water got in it. And all the lights went out and we didn't have heat. And so ComEd came out and they hooked us onto our neighbor. And so they left it like that till spring. And then they fixed it in the spring, but they fix it right away because when the temperature's below freezing, they have to, especially
They have to.
how cold it gets. So, okay. Adrienne, hi, you two wonderful souls, she said. Can you guys tell us just how deep Trump's treachery and treason goes? Will we ever hear how deep and shocking?
Oh, he made money hand over foot from outside entities. He took money. He stole from the United States. He's as treacherous as they get. And he wants to go back in there not to help this nation. Oh, we want America back. No, you don't. You want to rip us off.
and to stay out of jail.
Yeah, can you put me on pause 1 second?
Yep.
He's getting everything set up.
Okay, we're back.
That was about my book. I guess they
Okay.
gave my social security number because
Whew.
I guess I'm gonna get paid something for this. Who knows
Let's
what?
hope. All right. I see.
Now I can go out and buy skinny jeans.
I'm going to sell the books in my office. How's that?
Okay. You're so generous.
I'll tell you what, I've got one opening for Africa, and whoever signs up for that trip to Africa and comes on it, I will give you a book from Linda Grindle.
There are $78. Is that okay?
That's fine. And I'll even ask her.
I'm lying, you guys. I'm teasing.
And I'll even ask her to autograph it for you.
I think it's 20 something. Yeah, I'll autograph it. No problem.
All right. Adrienne, okay. Oh, how deep does this treason go? Psst, they haven't even scratched the
Oh,
surface.
beyond into his wet diapers deep.
Yeah, right. And then, does he have any feelings of remorse for selling this country out? No, he's a sociopath.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel
Yeah.
guilt or remorse. He only
Yeah.
feels anger when he doesn't get what he wants. I sure hope the military gave him false information to pass along to our adversaries. Well, I'm sure he's handed our secrets off to adversaries when he was
Oh,
president.
yeah.
Okay. Paul Rains, I think. Hi, Auntie Mel and lovely Linda. A couple of days ago, I read that close to 24,000 Chinese immigrants came across our southern border from I believe it was from October of 23 until now. Chinese, what's going on? I think they want to get out of the communism and the stuff in China, you know. And by the way, I see China's economy tanking. It's going to get really bad.
Oh, I know.
It's going to get really bad.
How's Russia doing?
I'm sorry? How's who?
How's Russia doing?
Oh, their economy is bad too. Really bad.
Okay. Well, they said they're doing good. That's been on the news, that their economy is doing.
But that's propaganda. Oh, they're doing well. I don't think so. I think the war is draining Putin's banks, is what I think.
Yeah. Well, those sanctions that we just now did, are those going to affect them in any way?
I think yes. They'll say no,
Okay.
but we know it will.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Mel and Linda. This is Emmy. Will this immigration nightmare ever be fixed? Many cities are running out of money and will not be able to support these people anymore, and they will end up on the streets. We already have 650,000 homeless in our country. What do you see happening? Well,
they're going to build all kinds of little homes for people, and they're going to make sure those that are crazy, because remember, we got all the hotels in San Francisco during COVID to take in the homeless, and a lot of them set fires in the place and tore the places up because they had mental illness. We need to address that.
A lot of the people, like here, when they closed the mental asylums, they just let those people go and they had no skills and they ended up homeless.
Yes.
So I see, you know, places like Habitat for Humanity building homeless shelters.
Right.
I just want to comment. They talk about all the news channels, especially the one who's the right arm of Trump, about the crisis at the border. And I don't think the crisis at the border is as bad as they say it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that that caravan that was going down there, they found nothing.
Ever notice that before election time, they always bring up there's a caravan coming to cross the border. It's going to be a crisis. And the caravan, if it is, it's not what they're blowing it out of proportion.
Right. And fortunately, on some show, Meet the Press, some congressman was saying, and Biden is allowing, he's got open borders. And she said, but they tried to close the borders, but you guys wouldn't sign it. They came up with some bullpucky answer. It was terrible.
Yeah, well, when Biden gave them what they wanted, they didn't want it. They
didn't want it. No, you can't help us with the borders. We got to run on that. Trump
is telling Johnson, no matter what Biden and the administration tries to put through, even if they give you what they want, say no. That's what's
that's all Trump.
Now, Biden is visiting southern border in Texas today, and guess who else is going to be there? Trump in Brownsville.
You'll be able to smell him coming.
I'll see how that plays out, right? I'm not saying there's not a crisis at the border. I just think it gets blown out of proportion because it's an election. All right. Annie,
this will have to be the last question because I have to go.
Okay. Annie Forrest says, when will the US join other civilized nations in outlawing the death penalty? Where they're not going to do it with this Supreme Court, but
No.
I see it within 5 years. I see.
Yeah,
That's
they'll do that for sure.
All right. Do we
Well,
do one more or no? You don't have time.
No, because I've got to go. I'm so sorry, honey.
All right, sweetie, no problem. Next week, your channel. All right.
Next week, my channel, and I'll see you then.
All right. Love you.
Bye, babe. You take
Bye-bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye.